Thank you, Mr Assistant Speaker. I rise today to honour a new member, AM, in the General Division of the Order of Australia, Mrs Judith Helen Jakins of Dubbo. Mr Temporary Speaker, we are blessed in this state and this nation to have people who serve with distinction, whether it be in armed forces, whether it be in Parliament, whether it be by way of local government representation, service groups, volunteerism, or many different avenues that people have to serve. I'm very much of the view that service before self is one of the greatest attributes that you can hold. Then, Mr Temporary Speaker, there are people in our community who go above and beyond any call of duty, who stand out as those in our community who are properly recognised with the bestowing of such an honour. And Mrs Judith, better known as Judy Helen Jakins, in my time on this earth, is probably a person who exemplifies and has made a contribution that I have not seen more great or more successful throughout regional New South Wales. Her award is for significant service to the community of New South Wales, particularly through local and state government roles, to aeromedical organisations and to the education of isolated children. Mr Temporary Speaker, Miss Judy Helen Jakins' contribution to the communities of New South Wales, and more recently to that of Dubbo, is simply stunning. Her service includes being a founding member in 1971, past Treasurer and inaugural Treasurer of the Bourke Branch and founding member of the Bourke Branch of the Isolated Children's Parents Association, an organisation who advocate and dedicate themselves to giving greater access to people in the most isolated and remote of our communities to services, particularly education and health. She, from 1994 to 2003, board member of Returned Services League of Australia Aged Care Association. She's been a member of the Zoological Parks Board of New South Wales between 1992 and 1995, a member of the Guide Dog Association of New South Wales and the Australian Capital Territory. She's Rotarian and was Rotarian of the Year on 2 occasions in 2006, 2009, received the highest recognition for service to Rotary, the Paul Harris Fellowship, in 2000. Part of the Rotary Foundation, editor of the Bulletin for 12 years, president of the Rotary Club of Dubbo Macquarie between 2003 and 2004. The Royal Flying Doctor is probably what Judy Jakins is most renowned for. A founding member of the Royal Flying Doctors Service, Dubbo Support Group. She's held the role as founding chair in 1993. She has held the role of Vice President. She's been a life member of that organisation, one of Australia's most iconic, since 2003. She continues to volunteer at the Royal Flying Doctor Service Visitor Education Centre at the Dubbo base. She's been a board member of the South East section from 1993 to 2002 and a member overall since 1985. In addition to that, she was an alderman, Dubbo City Council from 1991 to 1995. And in the Parliament of New South Wales, she served as the first female National Party member in the New South Wales Legislative Council between 1984 and 1991. As testament to her service to others above self, during the Greiner government, there was a vote required in the Legislative Council to reconfigure the amount of members in that House of Parliament. Judy Jakins voted in favour of a reduction of those members in that House, and she voted herself out of a job, out of a role, because she knew that that was the right decision for the government going forward, and there was no fear or favour given, no self-interest considered. She did it for the betterment of the state and voted herself out of a job. That is testament to the sort of character this lady has, and her service to New South Wales has been astronomical. She's been awarded by the Honourable Barry O'Farrell a Premier's Award for her contribution to the community and has been an outstanding advocate for the Dubbo city and region throughout decades and decades, and is the greatest advocate in pursuit of rural and regional areas. And I don't think anyone more deserving of being included in the Australian Honours. I commend Judy Jakins to the Parliament of New South Wales.
I thank the member for Dubbo and Deputy Premier of New South Wales.